See how I look.
You look good.
Hey, how you look?
Welcome to the stream. You look right over as soon as I feel it.
That's us. We're gonna have to fix it.
I muted it for a second. Whilst we...
Well, you should probably unmute it now.
Okay.
Make sure.
For a second.
There you go.
Whilst... Okay. So we're good?
Yep.
Alright.
Isn't it like so stupid? We need like... All I had to do was unplug it and plug it back in. That's it. Nothing else.
Very
Stupid
weird.
Box.
His top of my head cut off. Not too bad. Okay. Did you greet our audience?
Welcome. My name's Noel. I'm an alcoholic.
Hi, my name's Gabe. I'm a codependent or a co-addict, or I think there's a few other names for it, but that's what it is.
That's what you're going with anyway.
So this is our recovery stream. We usually start out with the Serenity Prayer. Oh, sorry. 1 second. The internet is choosing to just not be available right at the moment. But we're live, right?
Yeah. Hopefully.
So how
For
this
right
is
now.
like... Can't reach the page. Says chat get disconnected.
What do you mean? Chat is disconnected.
I don't know. That's what
I
it
can kind of
says.
see it.
It's like loading. Is it playing on yours?
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. Then it's just
It's just you.
my computer. Oh yeah, look. It says I have no internet. Really?
Turn your Wi-Fi off and back on or whatever.
Okay.
Okay, so let's start off with the Serenity Prayer.
Okay. God, grant me the serenity to accept the things I cannot change, the courage to change the things I can, and the wisdom to know the difference. Amen.
So today's topic, which I didn't even change it yet.
Hey, my internet came back. Ooh. This looks good. Let's see what it's about.
Mind.
A closed mind. I'm very interested.
Why'd you repeat me?
I don't know.
Feeling very repetitive today?
Yeah.
Or copycat.
Mm-hmm.
I know you like to do things that I do.
Yeah.
A new idea cannot be grafted onto a closed mind. Open-mindedness leads us to very insights that have eluded us during our lives. We arrived in AA or NA at the lowest point in our lives. We'd just about run out of ideas. What we needed most when we got here were new ideas, new ways of living, shared from the experience of people who'd seen those ideas work. Yet our closed minds prevented us from taking in the very ideas we needed to live. Denial keeps us from appreciating just how badly we really need new ideas and new direction. By admitting our powerlessness and recognizing how truly unmanageable our lives have been, we allow ourselves to see how much we need with NA has to offer. NAA, SA, whatever A. Self-dependence and self-will can help or can keep us from admitting even the possibility of the existence of a power greater than ourselves. However, when we admit the sorry state self-will has gotten us into, we open our eyes and our minds to new possibilities. When others tell us of a power that has brought sanity to their lives, we begin to believe that such a power may do the same for us. A tree stripped of its branches will die unless new branches can be grafted into its trunk. In the same way, addiction stripped stripped us of whatever direction we had. To grow or even to survive, we must open our minds and allow new ideas to be grafted onto our lives. Just for today, I will ask my higher power to open my mind to the new ideas of recovery.
Word.
I do like that. I definitely had a closed mind before. Even when I was getting into recovery. What the heck? Even when I was getting into recovery, I thought that, or I had such a closed mind. I didn't think I was going to be able to have a fun, sober life ever.
Mm-hmm.
But it's helped me to remember I went 18 years of my life being sober and having fun without drinking. So I figured, why can't I do that again? Why can't I go and tap into that?
Yeah. Yeah, I love that. I mean, I agree. I've never really like thought about it that way. And, whatever I would consider my addiction, relationships, or I mean, alcohol. I definitely had alcohol in my life, a lot since probably right around 18, 19. Yeah. I mean, there's lots of fun to be had with a clear mind and honestly, like more awareness. Like if I do have fun or enjoyable moments, I can feel it much more.
And it goes by. Well, when we were drinking, the night would go by so quickly, and it was like, oh my gosh, like we didn't even do anything.
Yeah, like it feels like an activity, but like looking back, if we'd had, like a video surveillance or something, it'd just be like a long video of us like sitting on the couch, getting up for drinks, food, and sitting there, which is not like a full and productive life. But I think the reason that addiction is so powerful is because of, not because people can't have fun. I think like that, at least for me, is an easier thing to tap into. I can have fun, but I think it's the hard times, that like feeling pain and discomfort. Because if you're sober, then you feel those things a lot more too. And I think that's, at least in my estimation, why addiction is so, there's such a draw, because then you don't have to feel the bad things, or at least not for very long, like you can get rid of them.
Yeah. I agree.
But to me, this is, talking about being
Mostly open to a higher power, which that's what I got out of that. And open mind of being able to just to recover and not really focusing on the whole picture. This is mostly just saying, oh, other people have gotten through this, why can't I? Having an open mind about that, which is, I feel like that's just too, that's not a big enough picture of just like, oh, somebody else got through it, I guess I can. That's not really, I don't think that's open-minded. I think that's personally closed-minded. I'm talking about like the big picture of being able to hang out with your kids again, or see your family, going to a restaurant without drinking, or without feeling the pressure of having to drink. I think that's being more open-minded and more willing to do things without.
I mean, when you describe it that way, it's almost like you're talking about freedom.
Right. Yeah.
You know, like addiction is like a chain. You know, you're chained to it.
Yeah.
It limits what you can do in your life.
Mm-hmm.
What this is saying to me is about giving up. It's calling it self-dependence, self-will, control. That's what it says to me, is being open to whatever, whether it's going to a meeting, a counselor, whether it's going to my higher power, and believing that other ideas other than mine could be right, could change my life. And before getting really serious about recovery, I didn't believe that, you know, I've been in recovery off and on for a very long time, but if I think back to when I was like, you know, in my worst codependent days, like I thought that I knew what was right. I had the answers. If I just acted on it, then everything would be okay.
And you think you're not like that now?
No, I mean, I work at it. Obviously, like sometimes that, like, whatever you want to call it, like self will or control will come up. For me, it's usually accompanied with feelings, which is kind of what we're talking about with addiction, because it is an addiction. If I'm having bad feelings, the like self control monster will rise up and be like, you got to do something about this. What are you going to do? And that's the most powerful moments for me to use my recovery of not what would I do? What would I do is I would fuck it up. That's what I would do. What I can do now is talk about it at a meeting, talk to you, go to my higher power, read one of my recovery books or readings, and accept that maybe I don't know the right thing to do, because obviously if I did, right, I'd have like an amazingly like successful life and relationships at this point. And I don't. I mean, I'm like a huge work in progress.
Mm-hmm.
So what about you? Do you think like, do you got the answers? Are you looking at to, you know, your sponsor, your group, your higher power?
Yeah, I think I got the answers.
Oh, well then.
That I got from all those people.
I know. I knew you were joking, because I've witnessed you, you know, taking advice from people that have been in the program longer, you know, your sponsor, other people in recovery. And I mean, I think that's amazing. That's like, you know, like your first, second, third step right there, kind of giving up the belief that you can fix it in your own power, you know, which is like, I don't know why that's like so hard to overcome, but I feel like we all have that, you know.
Yeah.
I can fix this. I got it. Wait a minute. No, I don't. You just want to make faces at the camera for a while.
I was making faces at you.
Really?
Yeah.
What do you want to talk about? I know you like to keep these short.
Mm-hmm.
I can talk like all them days, but I don't have to. I should say, anybody who's out there watching this, whether in real time or some point in the future, drop us a comment if there's anything you'd like to talk about, you'd like us to talk about. Please let us know. We'll talk about anything, particularly like from a recovery standpoint, I think, but I'm open to all life, to whatever my higher power brings. Are you checking out my hair? I got my hair did today,
just
people.
noticing how stuffed my nose is.
Well, it's because we have a race coming up. Your tradition of getting sick before a race.
Yeah. Still staying strong.
Right. Our other channel, ENC Fitness, we talk a little bit about that we do Spartan races, and we have one this weekend. So wish us luck. or which is like a fun experience because I don't expect to be coming out with a medal or podium place, but I just want to enjoy it.
Good.
How about you? You going for the gold?
No.
Okay. I mean, I support you if you are, but I'm hoping to just have some fun.
Me too. Okay, you ready?
Mm-hmm. Yep. Do you want to wrap up with the Lord's Prayer?
Yeah.
Okay. Oh. All right. Who's got control of it all? Our Father, who art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. Thy kingdom come, thy will be done, on earth as it is in heaven. Give us this day our daily bread, and forgive us our trespasses, as we forgive those who trespass against us. And lead us not into temptation, but deliver us from evil. For thine is the kingdom, the power, and the glory forever. Amen. All right, we'll see you next time.
See you next week. Woo! Oh, not gonna work. Oh, now this just like